This is what I'm reading these days. It's a fascinating look at Jamaican history through the Rastafarian movement. I would highly recommend this book. If you've been to Jamaica, then you are aware of the nuances of Jamaica. If, as a visitor, you left the safety bubble of the inclusive resorts and ventured out into the real Jamaica, then you know the wisdom of dressing to blend as opposed to dressing to impress. It is far easier to make friends as peers rather than subordinates. And as you ventured out into the countryside, you were confronted with the remarkable beauty of the land and the kindness of the people. Having given praise to the land of wood and water, I must hasten to add that you should use some degree of caution when traveling in Jamaica, as you would in your own major city. There are no venomous snakes in Jamaica, but the underbrush, so to speak, does contain people with venom, if you know what I mean. Be smart in traveling in areas that you've been warned about, and don't leave common sense at home when you travel throughout Jamaica. But enough about common sense. After all, you are an adult. And while you're in Jamaica, if you're brave enough to wean yourself from such comfort foods as cheeseburgers and french fries, then be brave all the way and explore the exotic and exquisite fares of Jamaican food. You'll be richly rewarded, which, of course, this video is all about. It's about Jamaican foods. Now, shall we play a game? As you watch this video, how many of the foods and fruits did you recognize? Share this video with your friends and see if they did any better. In Jamaica, there are really about 30 Jamaican food types, but most people are familiar with the barbecue, that is, the jerk pork and the jerk chicken. Some are even familiar with the rice and peas, the culinary herbs and spices, and the desserts and sweets. And some may even be familiar with the exotic fruits. And, of course, there's always the seafood and the vegetables. In Jamaica, there are a lot of exotic fruits and food. Of course, when we speak of Jamaican food, we're talking about such food as the ackee, which, by the way, is poisonous. A lot of the neighboring countries simply will not eat it because it is poisonous, and you really need to know how to prepare that. Then you have the avocado pear, the common banana, of course, the breadfruit. You remember watching Mutiny on the Bounty? Then you know the history of the breadfruit. Then there's the callaloo, the cashew, cassava, the sursi. Sursi really is used as a medicine in Jamaica. It's a very distinctive tea that a lot of Jamaicans drink. You may like it. Then there's the chocho, the cocoa, which, by the way, is not the cocoa beans that you're familiar with, but is the cocoa which looks like a yam. Coconut, of course. The jackfruit, jimbling. Do you know what a jimbling is? The June plum, the mammy fruit, the mangoes. Oh my God. There are so many mangoes in Jamaica. As a Jamaican would say, there are enough mangoes in Jamaica to stone dog. Then there's the nesberry, the okra, which you're familiar with, the Ethiote apple, papaya, of course, the passion fruit, pimento, pineapple. Pimento you are familiar with as allspice or all seasoning. Then, of course, the coffee. You're probably familiar with the Blue Mountain coffee, which has to be grown above a certain altitude in Jamaica to be classified as Blue Mountain coffee. Then there are the different sweet sop and the sour sop and the duppy sour sop. Of course, grapefruit, and that's quite a history. Grapefruit is a combination. It's a combination of the orange and a fruit called the ugly fruit. That, by the way, the grapefruit, was a creation of the Hope Botanical Gardens in Jamaica. Quite a history there. Then we have the guava, guinep, gungo peas, Irish moss, the plantain, which I love, pomegranate, of course, rose apple, Scotch bonnet pepper, sorrel, star apple, tamarind, and the common yam. Did I leave any of your favorite fruits or foods out of the list? Then I apologize. Let me close by saying this. Fortunate is the man or woman with friends in Jamaica. First of all, it beats the high price of the hotels, but the real value is in sharing the amazing Jamaican culture. If you're a wholesaler or a owner of a restaurant or a grocery store and you want to have Jamaican food shipped directly to you, then you need to call Maureen at the number right there on the screen. She can arrange to have Jamaican food shipped directly to your place of business.